Welcome back to our Final Fantasy X playthrough. We're going to be doing the two boss fights on the SS Liki here and overkilling both of them with some really quick strategies. The first boss fight is going to be the Sinfin, and the secondary boss fight is going to be the Sin Eshui, which is just French for scales, and I'm sure I'm messing that up a little bit, so let's start this scene with Yuna here, where the romance really starts to pick up. I'm a big fan of this scene, by the way.
The wind. It's nice. You're a blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkin, right?
You hear that from Waka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Waka. Waka doesn't believe me at all.
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkin, there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great blitzball tournaments are held there, and the stands are always full.
How do you know that?
A man named Jack told me. He was my father's guardian.
Checked. My father. His name is Jecht.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
She's so sweet, isn't she?
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkin.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But,
It's true, I first met Jecht 10 years and 3 months ago. I remember that was the day my father left. The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here, are you not?
This is one of those scenes that gets better every time you watch it, really. Especially when you consider that at this point, Titus doesn't really understand what happens to Yuna's father. But let's get back to business. We have a cutscene coming up here and a boss fight with Sinfin. So let's talk about the strategy here. We're going to be using Lulu's Thunder twice and Kamari's Lancet twice as soon as we get control of the battle. Kamari's always in the right place at the right time.
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under. Sin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it.
Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Oh boy.
Wait! Oh boy.
It's the only line I can remember there. Words are hard. I also think Sin is just playing with us a bit here because Sin is so big, right? Surely Sin could just pull those harpoons away with no effort at all. Alright, the first thing we're going to do here is swap out Titus for Lulu. So let's go ahead and do that. This is the first of the 2 thunders we were going to do here. And we're just going to pass the turn with Yuna, because Yuna doesn't need to do anything here. And use Lancet with Kimari. And we're going to do that just one more time. Passing again with Yuna here. And this amount of damage just puts the Sinfin into overkill range for Valifor's secondary overdrive. And no matter what happens here, you're going to be just fine with this strategy. It's so quick, right? We get through it in almost 2 cycles. And since this is Valifor's first time using the overdrive, we're going to let the full animation rock. It's pretty cool. It reminds me of something out of Dragon Ball. Getting an overkill on a boss is always really good because you guarantee you get some really nice experience. There we go, we see we got the overkill there by doing 1400 damage. And we finished it with the Aeon Overdrive, as Aeon Overdrives take a long time to recover. Now we're going to move into the second part of the boss fight here, where we're going to see a cutscene and then Waka is going to go into the water to rescue Titus. Waka freaking out a little bit there. But doesn't hesitate to jump in after us. Unfortunately, none of those characters can swim, which is fine. We only need 2 characters to overkill this boss fight. Titus having a really rough day. Looks very painful. We just have to wait for Waka to rescue us with his wonderful ball handling skills. He also keeps a Phoenix down for just such an occasion, even though that is the potion animation, I believe. While we're getting the thumbs up, it's important to note that the boss here has 2000 HP, and the damage we're doing is around 150, and Titus's overdrive is going to do 600. So what I do is just divide everything by 100 to make the math really simple to know when to use Titus's overdrive. Firstly though, we're going to use cheer 3 times with Titus before we start attacking. And we're going to start with Waka's Dark Attack so that we don't take a bunch of damage. So we did 1.3 there. And we also get to avoid the Drain Touches, which can make the math more difficult. Now we're cheering a second time. We're gonna attack again with Waka. Ooh, a crit for 3.2, so now we're up to 4.5. Using one last cheer there. Avoiding Drain Touch. And now we're going to attack. 2.5. So now we're at 7, and we're going to attack again. 1.8, so now we're at 8.8 or so. Blender is the one thing we can't avoid with the darkness, and that's okay. We're going to attack with Titus here. 2.5. So now we are at 11.3, and we're going to dark attack. And now we are at 13.2. Avoiding Drain Touch there. We're going to attack again. We're at 15 or so. One more attack here should do it, and then we can use the Spiral Cut. My math skills falling apart at a critical moment, but it's not going to matter. We know it's below 600. So let's use that, make sure we get the great, and there's the overkill. Cheer makes that battle so much easier because it just makes it so that we take very little damage from the boss and the minions, so we can focus on doing damage and not wasting turns healing. Some really good XP there, and we get 2 pieces of equipment for money. But let's not celebrate too early, as we have a very sad scene coming up here. Sin is so powerful. The kids playing blitzball there make me big sad.
When Sin attacked Xanarkand that day, I woke up in Spira. I kept hoping it would work in reverse, too.
I will defeat Sin. I must defeat Sin.
I was just fooling myself. Maybe it was that day, on the sea, under the burning sun. I started to give up hope. I was in a foreign world. I wasn't going home. This was my new reality, and I was stuck in it for good.
It's a pretty tough reality.
Greetings. I am the summoner Yuna. I have come from the temple in Besaid.
Oh, Milady Summoner!
If there is no other summoner here, please allow me to perform the sending.
Thanks, BT.
Our loved ones. We feared they would become fiends.
Please, take me to them.
Something appears to have gotten stuck in my eyes.
We'll go see what we can do to help in town.
Now that we have control of our character, we're going to come over here and save before we proceed here and getting to see Yuna dance. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye for now.